turns now to local reaction from members of our Western Mass legal community.
Western Mass News reporter Wesley Days is live in studio with us tonight with more details.
Yeah, as you just heard, Abby and Chris, he went from celebrity to convicted felon, but all the while he captured our attention. Millions watched as O.J. Simpson was the focus of the trial of the century in connection to the murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend. Simpson was later found criminally not guilty back in 1995, but was civilly charged with their deaths, leaving him pinching pennies. Well, just moments after the news broke of his death, I traveled across our area for more insight on how that murder trial impacted our law officers in this area and the way we understood courtroom culture. Western Mass News spoke with Dr. Jennifer Fattel. She's an assistant criminal justice professor at American International College in Springfield and a former Connecticut correctional captain. Listen to what she says made this historic trial stand out from the rest.
Had an impact in law enforcement and corrections in general because of the evidence, the actual physical evidence at the time. DNA evidence was first introduced. The evidence was able to explain the evidence because our evidence either proves or disproves our suspects. So the evidence needs to be given a voice, and that voice comes from the experts in the field. So in regards to policing, corrections, law enforcement agencies, other entities, it really was the forerunner and the case that set the precedence for all other cases.
Let's turn from the trial to TV. This case was everywhere and brought the courtroom right to our living rooms across the country, bringing in millions of viewers daily. And while we haven't seen a trial quite like this one, it certainly left an incredible impact on those who weren't familiar with court proceedings.
It showed that the court proceedings itself was highly orchestrated. It was like watching a Hollywood movie. So you had your players and your pieces, almost like a chess match.
Tonight at 6, we go deeper into the uniqueness of this case with a defense attorney who says this case laid the groundwork for his professional path. You don't want to miss that story. Reporting live in studio, Wesley Days, Western Mass News.